My name is Sharon Hester, and I live in Russellville, Alabama. I currently am employed with Hester and James as an attorney, and in the process of retiring so that I can take on a project that is really a project of love, and it's a project that we call Overton Farm. Overton Farm really originated as far back as 1817. There was a young man that was actually a tobacco merchant that had traveled from the Carolinas and fell in love with the property. He was only 17 years old when he went to Pontotoc, Mississippi and obtained a land grant to 160 acres in and around a Bear Creek area that's located in Hodges. Overtons lived on that property from the time he and his wife moved there in 1819 until 1969. In 1969, the Tennessee Valley Authority was in the process of building many of the dam systems in Franklin County. We currently have 4 large lakes, one of which is the Big Bear Lake. They purchased that property from the Overton family and then utilized it to control the backwaters of Big Bear Lake. So someone from the Overton family had been there then consistently from 1819 until 1969. As far as the impact on the community, Overtons have been a part of Hodges for as long as Hodges has been in existence. In fact, a descendant of the Overton family is currently the mayor of Hodges. His name is Brian Scott. So Overton Farm has been an impact on the area since 1819. I graduated from the University of North Alabama in 1980. It was my intention to go to law school, but I did take a break. I had the opportunity to work with TVA in a program that was called the Young Adult Conservation Corps. I ended up at Overton Farm, and I was introduced to the concept of outdoor education. There were 13 school systems that were working together along with TVA and then the Bear Creek Development Authority to install an outdoor environmental education center. So the property, honestly, is just a beautiful, unique property. It's a peninsula that is surrounded on 3 sides by Big Bear Lake. They built the dorms. They brought in from other areas 2 log cabins that date back to the 1850s. They constructed a dining hall. And so that introduction in 1980, I guess, inspired me to see what is possible with children having an opportunity to really get outside and learn. So I guess fast forward, after that 1 year of working with the Young Adult Conservation Corps, I went on to law school and came back to Franklin County, practiced law for many years. The property became vacant. It got to the point that it had not been used for like 15 years for any purpose. And I guess it's one of those situations that you almost have to see it to fall in love with it. But to see children come back and enjoy the outdoors, to see young people come down there to have their weddings, to experience families that enjoy getting together on a property. Having been exposed to the property in 1980 and then in 2022, seeing just how much it had deteriorated inspired not only me but several other people that love Overton Farm to work together to try to renovate it so that students and other people can enjoy the property as much as we did back in the day, you might say. There had not been anything done with the property for a period of 15 years. Once we took over the property, we found that there had been a lot of things that had been abandoned, Obviously water infiltration into the buildings. There had been animal infiltration that had built into the buildings. So we have had to pretty much completely gut the dining hall, what we now call the venue, and redo it completely on the inside. We had to pull up wet carpet. We had to remove dead animals. There was a lot that had to be done to get it to the point that it is now. But thankfully, when people come down to see the property now, they just see a beautiful building. Many times, people will feel like that they are literally coming to the end of the world, because from the time that you enter the gate of Overton Farm, it is approximately 1 mile of a gravel, partially paved dirt road that takes you into then the most serene, calm area that it's probably exists. It is lush with greenery. It is surrounded on 3 sides with Big Bear Lake. We have deer, all kinds of vegetation and animals that are there. The sunset that we see over the water and that many brides love to see during their ceremonies, it shows the beautiful nature that we can show to the world from our little county in Franklin. After Tennessee Valley Authority completed the construction of the Big Bear Dam, they transferred the property to the Bear Creek Development Authority. The Bear Creek Development Authority currently still owns the property that we call Overton Farm. It is under a long-term lease with a LLC called Pastimes that is trying to renovate and currently renovating the property for the use. So honestly, the impact of the Bear Creek Development Authority is great on that property. They have struggled financially over many years to hold on to it, to keep it operational as much as possible, to allow then us to have that long-term lease to be able to bring people down there. We couldn't do this project without Shannon McKinney and the others at the Bear Creek Development Authority. There were 2 primary goals in the refurbishment of this property. One was to get students back into the area and let them enjoy the outdoors, learn about the environment, understand the difference between one tree and another, to see nature at its best, to learn to kayak, to enjoy water sports. That was our number one priority. The second priority is to actually provide good long-term employment for local people in that area. I look forward to the day that we have full-time maintenance people that are maintaining our grounds. We're hoping to have lifeguards. We're hoping to have instructors in many areas like kayaks. There's so much opportunity in utilizing this property that we're hoping to bring in many full-time jobs for our area. We do have plans for the future. One of our primary plans is to perhaps build a small community of tiny houses. And the purpose for that would be allowing families to come in and have family reunions, or maybe our brides will bring their families down there. But that's one of our future goals, is to have, in addition to what we currently have as far as accommodations, is to increase the number of homes or houses that people can rent. Overton Farm offers a venue that will accommodate 120 people sitting. and in excess of 250 for any type of standing event. So we can offer corporate dinners, we can offer receptions, we can offer family reunions. In addition to the venue, we also have locations for weddings, outdoor locations. We are also working toward having guided tours and other opportunities of a 1819 farm site. We have the original home that was built by Abner Overton when he and his wife Judy first moved onto the property. We have corn cribs and barns and chicken coops that were original to the 1819 farm site. So in addition to the historic nature of it, we have access to water, and we'll have an opportunity to offer fishing, boating, kayaking, and those types of activities as well. Now, we're in the process of building it, so not everything that we're dreaming of is currently available, but we have several things that are available and are in use. I did not realize how much Overton Farm meant to me until I saw its deteriorated condition. So Overton Farm, I guess, brings back some of my youth when I first experienced it, like I indicated earlier, in about 1980. It's a property that shows you what the people of this country went through to give us the opportunities that we have today. I grew up in Hodges. As Hodges is a very small, very rural area. Overton Farm is one thing that Hodges offers to the world that is unique to Hodges. And as a result, it means a lot to me to have people be able to come in and enjoy the beauty that I've known my whole life. The first wedding that we had is one of my best memories. To see the bride and the groom and the family literally glow during a ceremony that brought two wonderful families together. To watch the bride and the groom have their first dance together as husband and wife, and to recognize that Overton Farm in a small way then became a great memory, not only for me, but for two other families. And so that's one of the greatest things for me, is to see other people enjoy and make memories. Overton Farm is an experience within itself. We look forward to working with you and putting together your dream event at Overton Farm.